Hello and welcome back, guys, to Card Market Monday. We're just going to discuss what's been going on in the Lorcana market and the recent price trends as we kind of keep seeing the boom. If you guys are liking the content, please continue to like and subscribe as we just hit 50 subscribers. What a day. I can't believe we actually hit 50. We're moving pretty quick, so I'm trying to just enjoy the moment, enjoy the community that we're growing. Hopefully we get to 100 soon, but just to get to 50, that's a big accomplishment, and I cannot thank you guys enough. But I digress. Let's talk a little bit about the card market and what we've been seeing. I know a lot of us have been thinking that the cards have been getting very, very overpriced. No way to get Enchanteds anymore, and we were just out of luck. But as you can see, there are still some good deals on Enchanteds, like this Captain Hook Raw card. It actually just went for $57. That's still a good deal. I know a lot of us are worried, panicked, unsure we'll be able to still get cards. This shows you how much people are focusing on the most recent sets. So I'll keep reiterating all the moves right now are on older sets. This happened the same way when it came to any market I've been in. When I was in the Fortnite market, when I was in the Pokemon market, when I was in sports for a little bit. Everything was always, when there was a boom or a pop-off, it's always the thing that's the most recent, always the earliest, always the modern. And people don't know yet about older sets because everyone is new and learning that they don't understand. So that's why some of us, like, even though some of us haven't been in the Lorcana as committed as some of the great people in this hobby, like the Cardboard Kingdom, those type of people that have been here forever, or Lorcana goons, like those people that never left. The ones of us that were around in the earlier stage, we at least have the idea and just the leg up to know that the older sets are nice, and then they have good enchantments as well, and they're just being overlooked. So $57 for an enchanted, that's an amazing deal, something great to look at. PSA 10 Nick Wild just went for $2,700. I think that's a good buy, actually. I think that's a great franchise to invest in and believe in. So I think that's going to do well over time. I had considered buying that one even raw when it was like $150. I probably should have done it, but I'm trying not to buy things that I don't have a marked interest in. I didn't really watch. I believe he's from Zootopia. I haven't really watched it. I bought a Darkwing Duck instead because growing up, me and my brother used to watch that a lot on, I think it was the Disney Channel. So I just prefer to get things I like, even if it's not going to go like a huge spike. When you're passionate about something, you do better long term anyway, as you will learn as you go through the card market in general. This Mulan for $1,100 is a great deal to me. These are the cards I look at when I'm getting ready to liquidate my cases. When they start going crazy, in my opinion, I'm just going to be looking at getting PSA 10s like this. And that's the hopes and dreams, so we can really just enjoy all of the cards that I can't really afford right now, because this card looks amazing, represents Mulan well. I think Mulan's the most underrated character in the current Lorcana market because she doesn't really get any kind of, I would say, like a premium compared to other princesses. You could still get her in epics for about $3 when you see Aurora or a Cinderella or a Rapunzel epic going for $10. So Mulan is probably the best bet in terms of princesses if you have any interest in that. I believe this also was a PSA. Oh, it was a PSA 10, but this is probably a different language. Yeah, Chinese. $600, not bad. But you can still see so many good deals. The Robin Hood from Shimmering Skies for $120. I think that's a great deal. I just bought the one from Into the Inklings for $70. So I always like, if there's two, I don't really have a huge preference between the two because I always like Enchanted and I understand how rare they are. I do think the Shimmering Skies one looks better, but I don't mind having the Into the Inklings. I don't know, we'll pass through and see some of the examples of that too. As you can see, you got in front of me, it has passed that 1K mark and is going stronger than ever. It will probably be selling for 7 or 8K in PSA 10. So people that are buying it now and then just expressing it to PSA, they probably going to make a good amount of money. This is Enchanted Elsa from Winterspell. great card, great artwork. I think it'll keep doing well. It's one of the best looking cards I've seen. So just from a standpoint of the amount of value, the amount of amazing artwork in this hobby, this one is probably top 5 artwork Enchanted to me. Probably top 3, because I think it is Honey Wizard, and I think this Elsa may be number 2, but I'll probably just have to go through a tier list at some point. But I do like this artwork a lot, even though I'm not a big Elsa fan. This Jafar is another card that I like. Getting that for $120 for a BGS 9.5 is a great deal. If you're looking to get deals, and if you want to, since you have time anyway to cross grade once PSA opens, if you're going to be a PSA grader, the 9.5s from BGS isn't a bad look to try to go ahead and consider getting those. The Steamboat Mickey for 1K, I think that's also a nice premium. I wouldn't pay that much because I didn't grow up with Steamboat Mickey. I think people are just kind of paying a premium to pay a premium. If you just get what you like, you don't have to worry about how much you paid. I don't know how many people actually like Steamboat Mickey to be paying like that. The Pocahontas is another one of the arts I think is the best there is out there. I grew up not really watching those princess movies, but I do remember Pocahontas being on the TV, and I always thought that the artwork on that series was always amazing. So this is a great card. I think it's a great value for $300. People like Pocahontas and love Pocahontas. They just know who she is. So that's a great buy. The Touch the Sky from Brave, another great card. It just has great artwork. The Mickey from first chapter is the first one to really be popping off in general, because I think it's probably top 3 from the first chapter Enchanted wise. I think my favorite is Simba, but I think that the one that's going to be the most expensive one long term is this one, just because it's Mickey. Great artwork of Mickey, and it captures what Lorcana is and was planning to be, where it just puts a little bit of a spin on the character so you can really appreciate the game. And finally, we'll talk a little about the It Means No Worries. I think this is going to be a card to set the market for the older sets. Right now it goes for about $600, $700 raw. PSA 10, I think it's going to sit around $3K. It represents the change of what Lorcana had put an emphasis on to really focus on beautiful artistry and really focus on what Disney is. It has so many of the characters that's in it. It has Timon, Pumbaa, Baby Simba, Nala, Mufasa, Rafiki. It just emphasizes the Lion King as good as you can. So any Lion King fan, this is actually my grail card to get in PSA 10 one day, even over the Enchanted Simba from the first chapter. I think it is the best Lion King card, and that's my favorite Disney franchise. It's Mulan and it's the Lion King, and those have always been my 2 favorites. So I want to get a nice copy, best card for each of them, and then I'll be set and happy. I was looking to show you the other card I like that represents the Mulan franchise. I think I want to get a Mufasa in PSA 10. It's going to be my great representation of the franchise, because it has the cricket on there too. And then I wanted this No Worries card. But just thanks for you guys for always joining in. Please continue to subscribe and join the content and see what you guys think about the Lorcana market. Let me know what other aspects you want to look at in the market, because I just did Enchanted today. If you guys want to look at epics, we can do that. If you want to look at PSA 10 cold foils, we can do that. If you just want to look at all PSA 10s, we'll do that. The only one I'll look at personally for graded is PSA 10, or PSA in general. I don't really want to look at the other ones because I think it'll be too much variance. But anything, even if promos, championship series cards, anything like that. So thanks for jumping in. I'll keep making content. I love having you guys around. Peace.